Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So yeah, as you can see, I'm back to black. I decided to go back to my natural hair color. I got really tired and bored of the honey blonde brassy type of color, so I don't think I'm gonna change my hair color ever again. I think it suits me the best, black. But anyways, so today we're going to be talking about this really great chippy from the 80s. It's called Explosive by Etienne Aigner. Explosive Eau de Toilette by Etienne Aigner was released in 1986. It's a chypre floral, and I wish I knew who the perfumer of this creation is. If you guys know, please tell me in the comments. I would really appreciate it because I really want to know who made this creation. But anyways, the top notes are coriander, bergamot, and aldehydes. In the mid notes we have geranium, orris root, rose, and lily of the valley. In the base we have vetiver, musk, sandalwood, patchouli, and oak moss. So those are the notes for this perfume. The first time I smelled explosive was back in 2019 when I was studying and living in Berlin. I decided to go to Rossmann and pick up some things I need. I mean, it's a drugstore. They have everything you need, even perfumes like Chanel, Dior's. They have it, everything. And I saw this one. It was on sale from I believe 70 euros to 7.99. I was like, wait a minute, I've never seen this one. Let me smell it. And I was shocked. I was like, what is this? This smells really great. So I decided to get it. But I remember getting rid of it immediately because it was really hot the day I got it, and it wasn't working on me. And back then uh, I didn't want to have like a lot of perfumes, only perfumes I really love and I'm definitely going to wear. So I decided to give it away to a friend. And a year later, I'm smelling it again in Rossmann, and it was again on sale for 7.99. I smelled it again and definitely loved it, so I had to get it. I mean, come on, 7.99, that's crazy. You guys know how much I love my chypres. It is my favorite perfume family, but this one right here, it's not your typical chypre. It's updated to smell more like the 80s. It's definitely influenced by 80s perfumes. There is definitely the earthiness, the patchouli, it's woodsy, it's mossy, but the main role here, the main note that plays the main role is the rose. But this is not your typical rose. This is a very interesting, very modern smelling rose. It smells like most overpriced niche perfumes with the name rose on them. That's what it smells like. It reminds me of La Filet de Berlin by Serge Lutens. It reminds me of Taif by I forgot what the name of the company is. I think is Peri Monte Carlo. Maybe I think that's the right name. But anyways, it also reminds me of Rose Flash by Andy Tower. Uh, it's that type of very flashy, dewy, fruity rose. It's almost on the verge of smelling like geranium. Now, listen, this one is very interesting at times. It really reminds me of, it even reminds me of perfumes like Rose at Queer by Frederic Malle. There are facets of Portrait of a Lady in here, definitely inspired by this one. What else does it remind me of? Yeah, those ones. Geranium pour Monsieur by Frederic Malle. It's a very interesting chypre. So it's worth having it in your collection, even if you have a lot of other chypres. It's not a typical chypre. The rose plays the main role here, as I said before. It's a beautiful, bombastic, explosive type of perfume. I love it so much. I'm so glad I found this one. So glad I got it again. There is this sweetness in here. I wish I knew where the sweetness is coming from. It's almost this plummy type of uh, poison type of jammy type of plum, but it's not listed in the notes. It's also very botanical type of sweetness. Maybe it's coming from the rose actually. I'm not really sure. This is a gorgeous perfume, you guys. So this one is definitely all about that rose geranium combo with a sprinkle of patchouli. There is this woodsiness in the Drydown. I'm smelling it right now. There is also a little bit of skankiness in the Drydown, a little civet in there. It's not listed in the notes, but there is definitely something animalic in the Drydown. There is this oak moss, vetiver. I really love the Drydown. So this one is all about that very dewy geranium and rose combo that it's very sweet but in a non-sugary way. It's almost like jammy. It's very similar actually, the rose in Rose Flash by Andy Tower by Tower Will, the cheaper line of Andy Tower. It's very similar to that, but not as sweet. That one is can get really sweet. It's that type of very dewy, very juicy rose. It definitely resembles chypres, 80s chypres like Ungaro Diva, but it doesn't have that animalic type of. I don't know. The honey in Ungaro Diva can get very animalic and pissy. It's not like that. It's definitely not like that. If you also like Knowing by Estee Lauder, I also made a review for that one. I'm gonna link it down below if you want to watch it. It's also similar to that, but it's not as sophisticated. This is more, I don't know, it's sweeter. It's sweeter, it's much sweeter than that one, but it does resemble that typical 80s chypre style. So yeah, most niche contemporary rose perfumes definitely resemble this one, but there is way more character behind this one, way more thought. It's just, I don't know, this is the real deal. You don't have to pay 700 euros to smell like 799 euros. Do you understand what I'm saying? Niche houses think we're dumb, right? We don't know what they're doing. They're copying what has already been done in the 70s, 80s, 90s. It's like, really? Do you think we're that dumb? But anyways, you guys, let's not get into that. Explosive is a really great perfume. It's definitely worth checking out if you can find it for a good deal. Definitely get it. It's such a beautiful 80s chypre, rose, patchouli, oak moss, geranium. Just stunning. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram. It's the same username as here, Amelia. And yeah, thank you again so much for watching, and